A good Erev Shabbos. Today is not Friday. Today is Erev Shabbos. We are turning our Friday into Erev Shabbos. I want to thank our generous sponsors of this series for the year, Mendy and Sipora Fishman, of Chutzpachai Rivka Bas Sipora Fredel, in memory of Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, Yaakov Friedman, David Aryeh. And as well, today's turn Friday into Erev Shabbos is sponsored in memory of my dear and beloved grandfather, Sam Aboff, Shmuel, for whom my son is named, Neshama Shalom Aliyah, incredibly special man. Am Yisrael Chai, as we go into Shabbos, we're thinking about the Chatufim, those who were snatched from us, the hostages. May they come home, our soldiers, and may we hear only Besoros Tovos for Klal Yisrael. Mamish Am Yisrael Chai. I want to share with you an idea as we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos. We go into Shabbos. There's a minhag, a prevalent minhag in Klal Yisrael, to wish and to call people on Friday and to say Good Shabbos, not Friday, on Erev Shabbos. To call people on Erev Shabbos, one of the ways that we turn Friday into Erev Shabbos is that even though we can call and check in and connect and bond all week long, Sunday to Thursday, but it would be kind of random to call somebody on a Monday, on a Wednesday. When we call on Friday, we say, I'm calling to wish you a Good Shabbos. People call their parents and their in-laws and their grandparents. People call those who are alone or shut in. People call those who are injured or wounded or hurt. People call those who feel invisible. And we call to say, I'm wishing you a Good Shabbos. Why do we call Dafka Friday to wish a Good Shabbos? And it's a beautiful minhag. And we should continue, we should expand, we should add, we should reach out to one another. We see each other and we say, Good Shabbos, last Shabbos. I was in Modi'in for Shabbos, Israel. And it really, it was very impressive to me. Everyone I passed on the street, observant, religious, non-religious, diversity of religious, everyone said Shabbat Shalom, Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. It is a greeting. We walk by one another during the week, we nod, we give that Jewish nod when you see another Jew at the airport, when you see another Jew in a public place. But Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, Good Shabbos. We connect. Shabbos is a time that we connect with Klal Yisrael. Erev Shabbos, we call to say Good Shabbos. On Shabbos, we wish each other a Good Shabbos, and we wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. And that is not a coincidence, because that's part of the fabric. It's really what part of Shabbos is all about. And it's one of the ways that we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos, to wake up Friday with a list, with an agenda. Who am I calling? Who am I checking in with? Who am I texting? Who am I WhatsApping? Who am I leaving a voice note for? Who do I want to make sure feels that they're not alone, that I connected, that I love them? Why is it that we do this? Why is it so important? How is it that we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos by wishing a Good Shabbos and connecting? How is we turn our Shabbos into a more exalted and elevated Shabbos by everyone we walk by saying Shabbat Shalom and Good Shabbos? That actually connects to our Parsha. It's an idea for Parshas Korach, but you don't have to be listening to this on or in advance of Parshas Korach. We know the Parsha begins, Vayikach Korach. Korach took. What did he take? The Targum tells us he took himself to one side of a machlokas. Palga, he created division, he sowed division. What did he divide from? What did he come apart from? Zohar HaKadosh tells us that Korach azab machlokas. Machlokas plugta de shalom. Korach took on two things. He took on shalom, he was against, he was an adversary, he confronted peace, and plugta with Shabbos. Korach was against Shabbos. Korach somehow attacked Shabbos. What does it mean that Korach divided or retreated or was against Shalom, peace? And what does it mean he was against Shabbos? Korach wasn't a Shomer Shabbos? Chas v'shalom, Korach in many ways sometimes is misunderstood. There was some greatness to Korach. Certainly minimally he was a Shomer Shabbos, he observed Shabbos. So what does it mean that Korach was against Shabbos? How could one say that about Korach? And the answer, the Slonim Rebbe says it, the Heilige Sachat, the Shem Yishmuel writes it, Sfas Emes writes it on our Parsha. Tzaddikim all write this idea. And they say the following. They say that Shabbos and Shalom represents to not feed our ego, to not have an inflated sense of self. Shalom, peace, comes because it's not all about me. There's room and there's space for you. I can have harmony and I can have pace because I recognize, I respect, I make space for you. Shabbos is a similar idea. For example, the Slonim writes, he disagreed with Hashem. Why? Shalom is the name of Hashem. Hashem is everything. Hashem is everywhere. And when we assert our ego is an acronym for edging God out. We push out of the picture. If it's all about us, our honor, our distinction, our name, our being an influencer, then we've edged God out with our ego, with our sense of yeshus, of yesh. Here I am, I exist, I'm independent, I have value, I'm in charge, I'm in control. We push Hashem out. And similarly, he writes, Shabbos is the day we cling and we connect and we surrender and we submit to Hashem. There's no me, there's no I. All there is Hashem. A Yid, a Jew can't enter Shabbos with a sense of I, with an ego. Friday is a day that we work on ourselves to be humble and to be modest. We don't wait for everyone to call us. We call them. We don't wait for people to drop things off at us. We drop it off at them. We don't wait to be invited to others. We invite them. We don't think that we are God's gift to the world. It's not about our ego. We don't fight and we don't yell and we don't have anger and we don't have disappointment in the people who didn't prepare for Shabbos the way that we want. We practice humility and modesty. We overcome that yeshus, that sense of ego and id and I. And instead, we have a sense of humility. The Holy Baal Shem Tov says that's the pshat. The Gemara tells us, Meis be'erev Shabbos siman yafalo. Chazal told us, if a person dies on Erev Shabbos, it's a positive omen or a positive sign. And the Heilige Baal Shem Tov reinterpreted it to mean not that a person dies on Erev Shabbos, it's a good sign, but Meis be'erev Shabbos means if a person nullifies or kills their ego on Erev Shabbos, it's a good sign. You want to know you're going to have a good Shabbos? How do you turn Friday into Erev Shabbos? By spending Friday killing your ego. By spending Shabbos thinking it's not all about me. It's not about my want. It's not about waiting by my phone for others to call. Shabbos, I'm going to not stand, Erev Shabbos, I'm not going to stand on ceremony. I turn my Friday into Erev Shabbos by overcoming my ego. Meis be'erev Shabbos siman yafalo. To kill, to murder, to nullify that sense of ego, that sense of self on Erev Shabbos, And the Raz, siman yafalo, likanis Erev Shabbos, Shabbos Kodesh, to be mevatel legamrei es atzmo, to kill that sense of yeshus and the sense of atzmo. And that's what it means. Hefach Shabbos, hech boshes, v'tishkach Shabbos. Sha'idei zeh shemizbayish v'liba nishbar b'kirba ma'od akach shu'reik nikol v'mei yikanas like Shabbos Kodesh. That we go into Shabbos with a sense of humility and a sense of modesty. So Korach was all about me and my name and my ego and my kavod and my honor and my influence and my power. Korach, who confronted Moshe and Aaron and said, it should be me. I'm in charge. I should be the influencer. I should have the most followers. I should go the most viral. What's going on over here? Korach was asserting his ego. And when you assert your ego, you're taking on Hashem, you're taking on Shalom, peace, and you're taking on Shabbos. You can't go into Shabbos with an ego. Don't go into Shabbos. Are they going to ask me to lead davening? Am I going to get an aliyah? How come I wasn't invited? How come? Go into Shabbos, Meis be'erev Shabbos. That's a mission of turn Friday into Erev Shabbos. The way we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos is Meis be'erev Shabbos. Kill that ego on Erev Shabbos. Murder that ego. Nullify that ego. Don't edge God out, edge God in. You want to spend a beautiful Shabbos with your family and friends and with Hashem? You want to have a beautiful Shabbos with peace of mind of yourself? Then it's not about ego. Surrender, let go, submit. Get rid of the ego. Don't edge God out, edge God in. How do you edge God in? By less ego. That's a mission for Friday. So we should be successful in Mitzvah Hashem, turning our Friday into Erev Shabbos by being made. We should be vigorous and healthy. Chalila, we should be alive and well. But Meis be'erev Shabbos, what should not be alive and well and inflated is our ego. Be modest and be humble and have low expectations and have a beautiful Erev Shabbos by calling others to wish a good Shabbos, by making sure on Shabbos you walk by everyone and you connect, to have unity and achdus, no machlokas, no korach, no machlokas, no conflict and no crisis and no strife and no division, only achdus, only unity and wholeness and togetherness that can only happen with a sense of humility and that schus and the merit, then Am Yisrael Chai, we should hear Besoros Tovos. Have a good Shabbos, everyone. Should hear Besoros Tovos.